you open up a wrapper. We got on my. Like, I can't figure this out, man. All right, we're good. We're good to go. Oh, what a start to slow markets.
Oh my gosh.
What a start. Blow my eardrums out. Hot mic. You're open. Here you open a wrapper. Welcome everybody. Let's do a quick audio and visual check. As you can see with me, Baron. Baron, how are you tonight?
I'm doing good. I am in a long on GC right now. We're right at VWAP. I'm just looking for that to hold. Right at VWAP, 3D2 on a fib. Just looking for this to hold, continue to push these highs. I'm in with 5 micros. It's a 4-to-1 trade that I'm looking for. Gold has not stopped ripping, so just looking for that continuation.
Gold is not done. Gold is not done. So you are in a long gold. So let's get started. Welcome everybody. Welcome to Slow Markets. I'm Coach Dakota, Coach DBA, and with me is Baron. And yeah, as always, we'll go through regular rapid fire. Shout out in the YouTube chat if you are new. I know we've been getting a lot of new guests here tonight during Slow Markets. We like to look at the NASDAQ and, of course, gold. We are seeing a lot of volatility this week and a lot of opportunity, especially in gold during Slow Markets. Gold's been a great trade, to be honest, Baron, in slow markets especially. So let me just jump to it. You are in a long gold, and let's focus on the gold market to start, right?
Really quick, I did just slightly adjust my stop because I'm seeing on the mini product, the low is slightly lower than the micro product. So I just gave it a couple more ticks on there.
Okay, perfect. Update me with that position. Update me with that position as we go. I'm going to run through a rapid fire on the NASDAQ on the higher time frame, and then we'll jump over to gold. And then as traders start to join, we might touch back and forth between the NASDAQ and gold. Trades take priority, of course, when we're seeing these markets. We are in volatile markets, so we're going to see a lot more movement tonight, most likely. So I'm going to switch over to my charts. And yeah, here's the NASDAQ. We have had a very volatile week, and that's for sure. And last time we've seen some volatility. I mean, it's not surprising. It's not crazy. We've seen plenty of volatile, days before. I mean, look at just back in August, we had a nice week of volatility. We're getting some more volatility this week. So volatility has increased. We see it before. It's not a place to panic. It's a place to just focus, dial in. When we see volatility, we have opportunity. So we had that big sell-off Friday. This week, we've been barcoding, kind of consolidating on a daily chart. We rejected once again from those 25,000s level, and I took advantage of that max advantage. And I'm going to start this off the same way I did last night. If we get to 600 likes, I'll review it more in depth. So if we get to 600 likes, I will review my trade more in depth. Of what I did. But on the daily, we rejected. We're kind of consolidating, but not too much on the daily. I think zooming in to an hourly chart gives us a lot more detail. This is what I'm looking at going into tonight, kind of making a channel almost, right? Maybe we could say this is some type of a channel. I don't know. At least from the higher highs part, we keep tapping in the highs. Maybe we can come in here and say, there's a possibility that we've been making, higher lows. Is this an equal low? Maybe. The question that I'm going into tonight, it's Friday's price action. Are we going to get a bounce higher, or are we going to just fall through and sell off? I'm not sure tonight. And this week, it's been a headline-driven market. A lot of conflict between the United States and China when it comes to trade wars, tariffs. What do you call it? Rare minerals, rare earth
minerals.
Yeah,
that's like
yeah,
the main point.
And so there's a lot of that. Overnight,
that's for like the magnets and stuff.
Correct. Yeah, and like tonight and throughout the Asian session, at any moment we could have a headline just drop or a tweet drop, and this market start to just move. So we need to be aware of that. Precious metals, yeah, that's what it's. That's the what I was looking for. So. Just being aware of that, understanding the situation of this volatility. But surprisingly, man, this market held up pretty well, very much like we did on Monday, Tuesday, where we sold off, and it held up well. We sold off, so the question is, are we going to hold up well, or are we going to just drop off? I'm going to zoom into the 5 minute. I'm going to jump over to gold. I'm going really quick because these markets are on the move. 5 minute chart, I mean, where are we at?
Maybe I did just get stopped there, Dakota.
What's that?
I did just get stopped there.
Okay.
Just heads up.
Okay, thank you. So we made that low. We had that Trump announcement during Power Hour, which was kind of a letdown by me, or for, like, in my opinion. I was getting ready for something exciting, and he was talking about birth control. I didn't listen to the full thing, but we didn't really get a market moving event out of that. And so anyway, tonight, let's take a look at where we are at tonight here in the NASDAQ. So where did we open? Where did we open up? Tonight, price action right here. So this is the close, or the open of tonight's price action. It looks like we pumped up to 850s. Oh man, these candlesticks don't do it justice. The candlesticks and the charts typically adjust to the volatility, so it doesn't look as dramatic as it really is, right? So we just opened up, and that's 67 points. 67 points in 10 minutes to start the day. And then
it's 160 point overnight range, or 150, something. It's insane.
Yeah,
Massive.
136 point sell off immediately after that. Yeah, and then just on this little bounce, that's a 75 point bounce right there. 75 point bounce just right there. And so we are seeing some major volatility. So big understanding. Don't get jaded. Make sure you understand these are some big moves, even though the candlesticks might be the same. And yeah, here we are. One thing I'm looking for going into tonight is just trading price action, pure price action. Trade what we see. When we see volatility like this, price action for me takes over. Larger time frames are like a little less important when I'm scalping these smaller time frames, or this price action. I think that's the better way for me to say it. That's where I'm looking at gold. I kind of went through that really quick. I'm going to answer just a couple questions that I seen, and just go through the regular housekeeping here in slow markets. But no, I do not use indicators on my charts. What you see is what you get. There's nothing hidden. This is what I use to trade off of. And before we get going, like I said, 600 likes, and I'll review some amazing, a good trade I had during the New York session. But as always, there is my X. There's my Twitter. Let's do hashtag slow markets. If you go ahead and tag me into a trade or a setup or something that you want me to show live on air, go ahead and just tag me on there. And then, of course, there's my Instagram. When I'm not on TopstepTV, that's where I will be. That's where I do updates. I do my best at doing updates. And yeah, I'll be looking for this, going through some hashtag slow markets that maybe we can show on air. That's good. Only the good stuff. Only the good stuff.
Go ahead. That gold stop out was by 1 tick, and now it's back at my entry price.
Gold stopped out by 1 tick and back at your entry.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me switch to gold. That's all I had on the NASDAQ. Give me a second, and I'll get over there to you. You were long, right?
I was long.
Long's looking good, to be honest.
It looks good. It just stopped me up by 1 tick.
Long's looking really good, but you just have to have guts to buy this up here. It really has to have that trader mentality, right?
It's holding its VWAP since the reopen. It's right at POC. It's been holding it so far. It's above the value area low. I'm looking at the order flow. There's not really any big sellers in this market. It's mostly just big buyers. So I think this does continue to uptrend. Do want to get back in this, but
I want to join you in the longs. And like psychologically, that's hard for me though, just because we were talking about this in the green room. We pull up the daily, and
it's insane.
It's meme insane. Coin. Like, is this just not a freaking meme coin? And then just talking about perspective, it's the tick value, right?
Oh,
The
yeah.
higher this goes, the more volatile it is in terms of, a percentage basis. It could be the same, but we move more ticks, right? So like, could you imagine if gold gets to 10,000, and it moves 1%, that's fine. The percentage, it can change the same, but how many ticks in that percentage is just dramatically higher. So the higher gold gets, the more, volatile it gets in terms of a tick value. And just to imagine last year at this time, we were just breaking through 2000s, right? We were in these 2000s, and here we are clear the heck up in these 4,300. So if we're trading gold back last year and we're making good money on gold from a tick value, right? $10 a tick with a mini, and now we're up here in these 4,000s. It's going to be crazy. And it's not like it's uncommon. It happens all the time with markets going up, like NASDAQ goes up, Dow goes up. And then what they're going to have to do is have the contract, they change the tick value, right? Or they change it to where it's not so insane, which, if NASDAQ gets to like 50,000, they might consider doing that because it'd just be just insanity on how these fluctuations are.
This is looking good. It's just... I hate when price does that. It stops you by 1 or 2 ticks, and then this looks like it's going to run to my TV.
Let me zoom into an hourly chart. There's not much analysis for me to do other than just every single candle on these higher time frames.
Yeah, I have a volume profile pulled up on my trading view. I can pull it up on.
Oh man, I see that. That's a beautiful long entry where you were at.
Yeah, it was right at VWAP and
a higher low too.
Ugh.
I'm sorry. Am I creating FOMO? I'm over here like
no. You're good. You're good, Dakota. It's just like I would have this either way.
Okay.
It's just like it stops you up by a tick and then it starts ripping your direction. I'm sure a lot of people experience that where you barely get stopped out and then it's straight to your TP.
More than once, dude. More than once. Man, and it's not like it's a small move either from that low. That's $14. That's 144 ticks.
Yeah.
That's like a daily range sometimes.
It used to be, yeah.
That's a normal daily range that we just got in 10 minutes here in gold. Wow. Yeah, and just making sure we understand how big these moves are because like I said, this y-axis is going to be skewed because of the volatility. So just please make sure that when you're trading, you understand how volatile these markets are because the y-axis is not going to adjust for you. Typically, this would be just a daily range. I know it only shows
what's your size? What's your size is typically a good recommendation. NASDAQ, we had a 1,200 point range today again. So it's not just gold, it's NASDAQ, it's ES, it's all these assets have larger ranges. So you need to consider your size and, a typical stop for me on NASDAQ would be 20 points. But if I'm trading in this crazy NASDAQ range, like it's got to be like 40 points when the volatility's kicked up.
Yes. Adjust your size, smaller size, wider stops. Yeah, it's hard to do and to adjust like real time to it. I know I struggle a lot as well. And then chat. We'll get to questions in a moment. We will get to questions in a moment. I know we have a lot of questions coming through. We have a lot of new traders tuning into slow markets. I did that hashtag slow markets. We'll get those in. But we're watching these markets. We're seeing if we can find any trades. And here in just a moment, once things starts to settle down, maybe, or if we get a breather, I'll start answering some of those questions. So don't feel like I'm ignoring you. The chat does go pretty quick. We'll get to questions. Don't worry about it. Don't stress. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
This looks like a beautiful long too now.
Don't think about it.
I'm kicking myself. It's all good. There's more trades.
Yeah. I'm going to switch. I'm going to be watching, see if there's any opportunity. Now, we still have about 14 minutes until the top of the hour, and that's when we really start to see that spike in volatility. So, just hold on to our butts. Do we just prepare ourselves for some
I think so.
crazy
Like if you're not
movements
in a
here.
position by 9, I mean we're right at another cycle level 4,400 each, like 100 every 100 points on gold I've seen as a cycle level. You see it in the orders too. Like there's a lot of orders sitting up right at 4,400, but it could just punch through those. Based
Like it,
off
yeah.
where we sold off in April, where we had started to have a big daily rejection in April, was 3,500. So I'd look for that 4,500 level potentially.
Okay.
I mean, since the end of August, gold's up 30%. That's an insane run. At some point, this does have to reject. It's hard to time when it's going to reject.
Correct.
On that last run up we had, it was about 17%. So maybe you have like a doubling. Where, I mean, obviously I don't know where it sells off, but if you're going based off, oh well, the last run up was 17%. This run up, maybe it's double. That's right at 4,500. So
right at 4,500.
Not necessary. There's no stats behind that. I'm a big stats guy. Don't necessarily know stats, but it could be, I think it's a valid thought of maybe we get double the move this time. Based off that previous one.
It's just amazing to think of it like that, and we just gotta trade the momentum. I know when we get to all-time highs, a lot of it is like educated guessing or statistics, like you said, which can be very beneficial to help understand like maybe an idea of where we could be going or what to expect.
ATRs, stuff like that.
Correct.
That helps.
Yep. And so I'm zoomed in. I'm watching for it. That was the good setup so far. I don't want to be selling this. I might.
Stop loss is a better entry. Stop loss is a better entry.
Stop loss is a better entry.
Oh,
yeah.
This is straight to my TP, Dakota.
It's just going straight up. I was going to say, well, what do? We just close our eyes and buy this thing as it just keeps going, and we just jump in with this momentum?
I liked my entry. I should have probably had this stop at the more recent low at 63. Would have been 2 more points of risk, extra $100. But it is what it is.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
It's you need to get that as a tattoo.
I think I'm just gonna lock this for 15 minutes. Just
okay,
cool off a little bit here.
Yeah, and we still have the top of the hour to come. So let's get to some of the questions. I'm gonna reiterate this one more time. We do a hashtag slow markets here. That's just where you tag me on the Twitterverse. There it is. Just tag me. I'm gonna push that a couple times because I enjoy it. It's something I like. I enjoy. I engage with the community. And if we do get to the 600 like goal here during slow markets, I will break down a trade. I will break down one of my big trades of the week. It's been a heck of a week, man. I was telling you in the green room, $500,000 in trade profits in this week. It's crazy. When we get the volatility,
that's what traders like. We
take
like
advantage of it. So here it is. Here's the little details. But like I said, if we get to 600 likes, I will review it more in depth, just like I've done before. Man. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, which is today, it was just back to back to back. Tuesday was amazing, 6 figures. Wednesday was amazing, another 6 figures. And then finishing today, I'm just like, oh man, it's just on one heck of a run. Now, here's what I learned the hard way, Baron, is sometimes I could get on a streak like this, or you start to make good money.
Mm-hmm.
To be able to just pause, take a step back, and then just maybe not trade for a day or size down. So I've been trading for 15 years. I've done this before. However, there's been times where I've made good money and then I kept pushing it and I end up just taking a horrible loss, right? Easy come, easy go. I've went through, like periods of like a depression to where like I really had all that money and I just risked more than I should. I got to like, I don't know what you call it, like heat of the moment type of stuff. Like, man, I'm reading these markets good. There's lots of volatility in the market.
Size up, and then you see that big red number on your screen and you're like,
You
Well, I've been on
just
a hot streak. I can't lose now.
yeah,
It's that
exactly.
that
I need to take
overconfidence that makes
advantage,
me go
right? I need to
10%.
take advantage of this. So I'm gonna just not trade that account. I'm gonna trade very, very small. I'm not gonna push it. $500,000 in a week.
Maybe go to paper for a couple of days to go.
Yeah, no. One thing that I
What I
absolutely love
do.
is I have this. I have the TopStep account, right? I trade this.
Yeah,
I trade small. Micros, teaching. Distract myself, not jumping into these big positions, and not pushing it. Right. So many times you hear traders make all this good money really quick, and then they just dump it all, or they do something similar. So this
it's
is
happened to me.
my XFA. You guys see my XFA. I've been trading this for 2 months, and I did take a loss today during fast markets, and I'm not copy trading. I'm not copy trading this. It's just one account, and you can see it's been pretty well, been pretty good. I mean, all last month was just green, just trading micros, and then 2 red days, one to start the month, and then again today. I took a loss on this today, but not crazy loss, $500, and it's been kind of about where I've been doing. About my baseline, my average for my losses. And so I've been just trading micros. This is what I trade on air here at TopstepTV. And it's been pretty good. Been pretty good for me. Everything I do is, I think 90% of these trades I'm taking on TopstepTV while I'm on air. And only a few of them that I see good setups while I'm either waiting to be on air or shortly after.
Yeah, I mean, speaking on like run ups, like typically for me, what I've seen is it's. I mean, you've had a great week this week. I've seen like typically it's like 2 or 3 weeks where I have a crazy run, and then it's back to those base hits, getting back to taking it a little bit slower and just calming down on the size a little bit, and then once the right setup presents itself, you can go back to that large size. And as long as the like risk is comfortable, because I do think like the ego and overconfidence steps in for. I mean, it steps in for me at least. I don't know if it does for you.
Yeah,
It's like you're on a,
I mean,
it feels like you can't lose, and I
yeah,
see it. I see it quite a bit. It still happens to me here and there. It happened. I'd say it was end of July or August. I had 4 or 5 150k XFA. I think I had 5. I had 5 150k XFAs. I'd ran one up to like $30,000 in like 2 days, and then I had 4 others that were sitting at like 12 or 13k in balance.
okay.
And I should have locked the accounts. I should have used the lockout button. I was using pretty heavy size as well.
Okay.
And like Jaron and Eric came up while I was like in the trade, and I was on live for it. And it felt like I had been kind of punching the air for like the last month and a half. And I was
Okay.
like, okay, this is a big day. This is great. I should have locked the account. And I didn't sleep that night. And ended up just continuing to use that same size, just not taking great setups, and just got too attached to the money and then lost it. So
It's
it hurts when that happens.
It does. It hurts. I've done that before, and then it's like as soon as the account's gone or it's lost, it's like that, like post trade clarity. You're just like, oh, wow, okay.
Because you're not thinking straight. And there's Jared Tendler talks about it, where inside your brain, you might be trading, most of the time you might be trading logically, but at some point, and this can happen whether you're making a bunch of money or you're losing money, it's once your emotions start to take over, they actually override the logic center of your brain. And any decision that you make while you're in that emotional state, it's going to be completely rationalized by like your inner monologue or whatever. And anything you do will be rational. And then after the fact, that's when you have the realization of, oh, I was being really stupid here.
Yeah, yeah. I've done that in my trading. I've done some of that stuff. Like I said, it's that post trade clarity where you do something stupid in the moment, and then you don't realize until after, like, oh, whew, good thing Donald Trump had that announcement this afternoon.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get back to these markets before things get a little too crazy. we're seeing lots of volatility. We still have about 4 minutes. Until the top of the hour, and we're going to see a big move in gold, or at least we can see an increase in volatility. But let's go through. I'm going to get to some of these chats. Once we get to 600 likes, like I said, I will review that. What a day, man. What a day in what a day, that's for sure. I
barely even traded New York today.
What's that?
I barely traded New York today. I had PC issues.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I had to figure that out. My PC wouldn't boot at all. It wouldn't even go into BIOS or anything. So
yeah. Oh, I mean, we take advantage of some of the tools that we take for granted every single day. Then when it's down, it feels like our lifeline while we're in the middle of the trade or something's just gone. So yeah, Bruno's keeping track of those likes. Once we get there, I'll review that trade. Like I said, trading comes first at the top of the hour. I'm watching this. I have the gold chart up. I'm looking for an opportunity. If I see something that important enough for me to talk about and maybe looking for a setup, immediately the first thing I'm starting to see is we just made a higher low, right? So we just rejected like these 60s. We made a higher low. So I'm going to continue to watch. In about 3 minutes, we're going to see that increase in volatility, and I'm going to get some.
We are still holding. We still are holding above VWAP and POC. So I like both those factors for longs. The only thing I don't like is we rejected right at the value area high. So you can see it on my chart right where that wick is. We've got this dashed line. It's value area high. We wicked out of there, but if we can get above there, and hold value above there, that's typically a good sign of strong momentum. When you get above that value area high and you just keep running after it.
And what's that price? It's
that price is going to be 4382.2.
82. Okay, I like it. Someone says round number attraction. Yeah, we got that 4400. It seems like it's really far away because we're $23, but we could be there in 5 minutes. I mean, look at some of these candles just tonight since we opened. Like, this is a 5 minute.
We're already in a 50-point range, which is insane.
Yeah. Like, these 5 minute candles are typically a daily range last year.
Yeah, like if you look back, even let me scroll back on my trading view. Let me see. Even like, back in September, it was like the nightly range was like 20 points, 30 points, somewhere in there. And that was a month ago. So the volatility's just gotten insane. Everyone's just piling in. There are concerns going around. I know the fear and greed index just flipped for indices.
Here we go, Baron. We're getting some big movements.
I'm locked out. So
okay. Yeah,
I'm good on the lockout though.
All right, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say I want to get into a short. The way we're reacting, I want to get in short for a pushback to these 57s, these 50s. I'm jumping in.
I could definitely see that.
Yep, I'm looking for this move down to these 50s.
We did stall out in 92 twice.
And
it's not necessarily like failed buyers up there, it's just exhausted buyers.
Okay. I have the luxury of being home and playing this.
You're short, huh? I still like longs here, personally. We're at odds, Dakota.
That's okay, man. Look at this volatility coming in. Look at these moves. Woo. All right, Song. All right, Song. Do me good right here.
Did you hop in a short?
Yeah, I'm short from 68.9. I'm gonna take one off at 66.4. Oh, if it would let me. This market's just not. It's so fast, so quick.
That is the value area low as well.
All right, I'm gonna get out. I don't mind getting back in. I don't want to risk that much. The fact that we didn't break and we didn't have any follow through that, like you said, that value area low, 65.6.
Yeah, that's held. It held.
It's wicked
there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times now. It's wicked 5 times. On the order flow side, there's just lack of sellers down there. There's just no sellers pushing it further down.
All right, I'm back in 73.9. 73.9. I'm trading this off the 100 tick chart. I don't have time to explain it, chat.
Market's moving.
Trust the process. Woo, there we go. There's that flush. Mm-hmm. Man, look at that. I nailed that 73.9. Let's see if we can get through these 60s. I'm going to take a couple off there. Going to tighten my risk up to the 75.4. Break through this and get to those 50s. Let's do it. Oh, we're trying. We're trying. All right, we're gonna get. Oh, let's. Man, it's having a hard time getting through that level.
That's also it's the value area low. It's also the lower band of the VWAP.
Yeah.
Standard deviation off VWAP.
If we do, if we actually can stay below that, we'll pick up some major momentum.
There's just no sellers at that level. It's the issue right now.
See if we go down there and test it again. Make
We
another.
got down there, and it's your sellers just run dry.
Okay. I'll explain this to the chat in a moment, okay? Because I have a lot going through my mind. There's a lot managing this fast price action. All right, there's 61.7. There you go. Got 61.7. I'm just gonna get another one right there. I'm not gonna risk it. Gonna move my stop loss to that next pivot up here at 70s.
I am liking this for longs. If we get some structure around here.
Let's dump
We get
this.
structure. It looks decent for
Take
longs.
that. All right, I'm out. Bum.
Very nice trade.
Drop.
How many points was that, Dakota? 10? 20?
I have no idea,
15?
man. I have no idea how many points or how many dollars that was. Let's see. It was $270. And that was after like a couple $100 loss.
Great trade there. All right, we are now below that value area low, below the lower band. I'm going to take a stab here. Just off these wicks. We have all these wicks in here. I'm going to use 1 micro on this just initially. Just going to set it below where we opened up at. It's a pretty wide stop, 16 points. I'm just going to look for those highs back up there. 2 to 1.
Okay.
I'll add into this if there's structure, but with 1 micro, I can have the stop wide. Typically, I like 2.5 to 5 point stop on GC, but this range, it's just so large.
Okay. I will say, trust your process, man. I'm a little hesitant on longs just because
Yeah, I
we're up
understand.
1.25%. We're up 1.2, 1.3%, and that always makes me nervous.
Yeah, this is just, it's the same area we've whipped out of multiple times. And
Just like that.
looks like we had quite a bit of sellers down in this region. I want to see if they get absorbed. We had more sellers in this region. We had the same amount of sellers in this area as we did last time. So
Yeah,
I want to see if this starts to flip. If buyers can hold us up here, and then if this looks good, I'm going to add to it. If it gives me a retest, I'll add up to 5 and adjust my risk accordingly. But right now it looks decent. 5 points in profit, 7. Looks good. Looks like it failed downside auction, as Hogue would call it so
As
far.
Hogue.
Potential for a failed downside auction.
Nice one, man. Nice trade. We're just carving up this gold here tonight.
It
I'll,
is from what I've noticed. It's hard to buy on these down wicks.
it
It's really
is.
hard. I've seen a lot of people in my Discord have started trading gold, and like getting in on these wicks, it's incredibly hard to actually time that. And I mean, this could just reverse, and we could just get a full red candle close down below this wick. That's definitely a potential in this trade. So just have to think about that as I'm in it. But we are back above the value area low. I want to see us get back up to POC and see what that reaction is. See if we hold here, or I mean, there's always the potential this dumps, but
I'll review my trade in a moment, chat. Baron's in a trade, and we're focusing on this. I'm watching for other opportunities here. These markets are moving fast.
we get buyers on that dip back down. Nothing crazy, just 36, but I like this so far. Gonna see if we hold up here.
This is still so crazy watching it. I mean, it looks normal, but this is New York session market open right here.
Here's my thoughts together. I think this runs back up, gets really close to 44,000, and then we sell off in the overnight for the rest of the night.
Ooh, that'd be interesting. This chat's like, no, I'm not high off of pre-workout. All right, I got.
You've got no sleep.
I got a bunch of creatine in this. There's like 15 grams of creatine in this. All right, and it's been a day. It's been a day, and like I was saying, in this volatility,
what I've noticed,
it takes a lot of focus.
What I've noticed, Dakota, is when you put on big positions, you don't sleep.
Well, I slept really good Tuesday, Wednesday, but not like some of last night. Not really. Not some of last night. Not really.
But last Thursday, did you not have or it was either last Thursday or 2 Thursdays ago? Yeah, really big.
When I got back from New Jersey, I had a hard time sleeping.
Okay, maybe it's a Thursday thing, or
maybe
Wednesday
it's a Thursday,
night thing.
Wednesday night thing. I mean, who sleeps when they have a $250,000 position on?
That's kind of tough. Stuff not to
and it's like you know you can't do anything because it's an option. You're like, I can't do anything until the market opens anyway. But here I am, like a like a crackhead, staring at my these charts.
If we get a candle close above this value area low, which is at 4363.3, I'm gonna add 2 more micros into this. We got a minute for that, and then I'll adjust my risk as well once that comes up. But I'm liking what I'm seeing on the order flow so far. We are getting more buyers stepping in.
Coach Jay in the chat says size at 43.64.5 in gold, hitting on the longs here. This is pumping up.
What?
Nice.
What was that? What was that call out, Dakota?
43.64.5. And you just said it got cleared.
Yeah, 275 buyers just got filled in there. I'm not going to wait for this to fully close. I'm just going to enter and then adjust it. Same amount of risk. I'm going to follow that big buyer. It's quite a large buyer. 270. The biggest seller was 230, so yeah, I'm going to follow that. Yeah, that was a lot of orders. There are orders above at 4,400. It's kind of split on where the orders are resting. There's a lot of orders below. There's a lot of orders above. So nothing significant that I can use to impact this trade. But I do like this. I might even adjust this stop a little bit further up. If we get another strong green close, I'm going to bring it up.
MP's out here active on Twitter. I need to send this guy.
I've seen that. He's been more active recently. He's been more active.
That's it. I'm sending him a message.
I like how this is printing so far. That big buyer's at 63.7. If I bring my risk up. Risking 200.
We'll see if we can get him on. Maybe if he
the market?
replies, I'm going to try and sway him on it for a phone call.
We are above that value area low now. My stop is below that, which I like. We're right at POC and VWAP, so I want to see if we push through this with strength. Ideally, I'd like to see a push through this with strength.
Man, that took some guts to buy it down there. Great.
It was one. It was one micro, Dakota. It was one micro.
It doesn't
it's not
matter.
Super gutsy.
It's still a same
It's not
process.
super gutsy.
It's the same process. It's just you're not emotionally connected to it. That's it.
Yeah. We talked about that last time, like being emotionally disconnected from it. You know, it's good and bad. I see some positives and some negatives there.
I'm not seeing anything on my end. While we wait for that to go through, I'm just gonna briefly. I'm gonna run over this gold trade. This gold trade, I forgot about it. Which were
also Dakota, I can't see you on the video.
Okay, I got you.
Heads up. Ooh, I don't like that. Did not like that. Let's see if this gets picked up. If this is a retest.
Okay, maybe we need another moment. Yeah, let's see how this trade plays out. These markets are just moving.
They're crazy.
Man, lots of volatility. Gold just pumping. I can't believe we're at. I did not think we'd be at 4,300. It's testing like almost near 4,400 here in gold.
I know.
Daily ranges every 5 minutes.
I want to see this big buyer at 64 hold, so I'm fine with this going. I'm fine with where it's at here. Obviously, if it goes lower, it's not for now, but I want to see this big buyer hold. There's quite a few orders sitting at 43.69. There's 201 orders sitting up there.
Every instinct in me is saying short this.
You know, I understand it. I get it.
It's so hard, man. It's just like that internal, like, short it. We're dumping. And I call out so many trades I don't take. I'm just taking it. This is not going to be one of those where I call it and not trade it. Coach J, you know exactly what I mean. I'm short from a 360.
And I'm stopped.
Break
2 L's. A little rough. No, I got stopped for about 200 on that.
I think we can break down and test these 40s now. To be serious, to be honest, like this. Let's go.
Came right up to V1. So.
It looked like we were gonna pump right back up to the top of the range, but then we just failed through this right here.
I like that big buyer that stepped in. So we wanted to risk it.
Let's get it. And you know what time it is?
Rejection right at VWAP.
Mm-hmm. Gold. I don't know if gold can handle the song. See if the song could go 2-0 against the gold tonight. Don't tell Andre I'm short gold in slow markets. If this is a loss, it stays in slow markets, chat. If I lose shorting gold, what happens in slow markets stays in slow markets. We learned that. We learned that last time. All right. Another thing I learned is I need to put some take profits on here because gold just goes so freaking fast.
Yeah, you gotta be quick. You gotta be quick on the exits.
Yeah, it's like that old man with the fishing pole and the dollar at the end of it. You gotta put a couple buy limits in there. Get some.
I should have seen that. We came right when we came up to VWAP. There was no buyers. We ran out of buyers up there. Should have been paying attention to that.
All right, I'm gonna just take it right there. It's running away from my take profit. All right, let's see if we get another push right to 43.50, 43.50 evens, and then I want one right where we opened up tonight, and then I can leave one on for a runner, right where we opened up. Okay, there's that flush.
Whoa.
There's that flush.
Yeah, big sellers coming in.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and move my stop loss to break even. Okay, we got those 50s.
More sellers. So.
We're gonna just get out of that one. All right. Now we're gonna see if we could just leave this run as a runner. I'm just watching price action on this 100 tick to see how we are reacting.
It's just all sellers now.
Woo!
It's just all sellers together.
Back to back.
There you go, bro.
There. I'm speechless, man. All right, we can tell Andre now.
That was a
man,
20 point sell off, 25 point sell off.
We want to talk about mental capital, man. I'm at zero. I'm at zero right now for my mental capital. $650 bucks. $650. And I mean, the losses I took earlier today, just it's already they're made up, and I'm already green from yesterday's. So, yeah, man, I closed that one out pretty well too. So,
we are right at the value area high from the New York range. So, see if that holds up. But this, I mean, you got a lot of sellers stepping in, a lot of big sellers. 367 at 43.53, 269. This might just wick. Who knows? It's very volatile right now. I almost don't want to touch it.
This volatility is next level in gold. I have not experienced anything like this when trading gold, especially during slow markets.
I mean, I started trading gold like a month ago.
I know. You're just like baptism by fire here.
Yeah, this is crazy. I mean, I did trade it probably like a year and a half ago. I was trading it here and there.
What's the? Yeah, I gotta explain my trades here. Just give me a second. I need a minute. I need a minute. My mental capital is zero. All right, we're over here trading it up, and like that was like
that bounce was 15 points. Like.
Yeah, these are big moves.
Oh
these are daily ranges. These are daily ranges here in gold.
This is insane. I don't think these sellers are done yet either.
Someone says, "Did you have a rough day, Dakota? I see your balance overall at 10K. Weren't you at 14?" Chat, you got to pay more attention. All right, please. I don't have like that mental capital to keep doing this. But I will for you. You gotta have the entire thing
month,
in here.
Like the date range.
Yeah, like there's the entire the entire.
Have you still only had one losing day?
Two.
Oh.
1, 2.
It's tricky. It's tricky getting on that hot streaks board, Dakota.
It is. I mean, for a minute there, honestly, for a minute there, I forgot that I needed to do this to change the dates, and for the longest time I thought my balance like was lower than it was. I'm like, oh, I got 10 grand because I keep the balance this just black blurred out or hidden, so I don't have to think about it. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'm at 10,000. And then one night I noticed, I'm like, wait, you know, the numbers are off. And then I realized, oh, I got to do this. I'm like, oh, well, great. I have an extra couple $1,000 than I thought I did. Because I was just trading micros, just trading the process and not like paying attention or caring about the balance. Is this thing going to continue making a higher low?
It looks like it. Based off the order flow, it looks like it. It's just all sellers.
Let's see. I'm put my chart executions on here. So you hate when that happened, right? You just happen to find another 4 grand in your account. So sometimes it'd be like that. Let me go through and explain this. Shall we? All right. How do I explain these trades to the YouTube chat? Just the song, I guess. You enter a trade short and play a short song, and the market sells off. In the real note, yeah, we're trading the price action, right? This is where so much is happening when these markets. Let me turn down the music. I gotta turn down the music. So much is happening so fast when these markets are just going, right? This is fast markets. I'm not used to this much at this time. Just someone says, order rejected says, just say DBA concepts. I just did. So much is so much is going on that like my brain and the focus and the mental capital it takes to trade when this price action is going on and just like trying to run a stream is just, I can't even explain it. So I'm going to try though. So what happened here on the 5-minute chart is at the top of the hour, right? At the top of the hour, we was expecting volatility, right? Because the Asian markets are open. And we had that big sell-off. So we sold off, and I got into a short. Looking for momentum follow-through. So I was short right here. So right there, I was short, and I was looking for a breakdown of this level. So all it was is just basic pivot points, basic support and resistance. I seen that we was testing this. I'm like, okay, if this market picks up steam, we're already up like one. It was up like 1.5%. We were already up a lot. There's like, so if at the top of the hour we start selling off and getting momentum, I want to get in on the breakdown of this, and I'm going to just target the next pivot. So that's what I was doing, and then immediately rejected. I got out. And then we ran into kind of a wall right there. And then, so this is where I just jumped in. So I had my thesis, and the whole setup is on the 5-minute chart. And then the rest of the time I focus on this 100 tick chart. And you see, look how fast this 100 tick chart's moving. Like, look at it. It moves so freaking fast.
Crazy.
You don't have time to just sit there and read chat.
It's pretty similar. It's pretty similar to how like Bookmap moves zoomed in.
Yeah, and I seen Bookmap, and that's just as crazy. So we popped up there, and we came to, and now everything's a zone, right? We came to this previous pivot, and as technicals would have it, support comes resistance, vice versa, DBA concepts, and we just kind of hesitated there. And you can see, I just jumped back in. I'm like, all right, I'll take 73.9, which was a pretty good entry there. And I started taking profits right at the bottom end of the support when we got back down there. And then we broke down, and that's where I caught the bottom of, see this, support pivot, these 43.50s. I got out of the rest of the contracts there. So that was that trade. And then the next trade was basically the same thing. It was very similar. It looked like we were going to just buy up all the way back up to the end of the range. However, this is a little bit different. We ended up just failing, right? We broke through this kind of support that we were holding. And I remember this is just happening so freaking fast. We broke through the support, and I'm like, all right, this looks like we're going to just break through the big pivot now. and we have a chance to run to where we opened, right? This is where we opened. We opened up at this 43.40s, and that's tonight's price action. Friday's price action is tonight's price action. So, okay, if we do break this, then now we have a good chance to going back to where we opened. And there's also 43.50, which is a nice, in between those two big round numbers. And so we broke through this. I got in, and I was targeting just that, 43.50. And I only got in with 3 micros. I don't know why I did 3. I should did 5. But, 43.50, and then I got covered the rest on the way down. Yeah, and yeah, that was it.
If you're looking from a volume standpoint too, there is, like, you can see it on my charts.
Yeah, I'll switch it to yours.
Once this starts selling off below this ledge, there's just low volume right in that area, so it's just going to flush through it. You can see it if you go back to, like, this is right where you shorted it. All this low volume needs to fill out. So once it does fall off that ledge, it goes very quickly.
And the momentum that we're getting in gold is just, it's U.S. market open type feeling, like non-farm payroll, PAL speaking level momentum and volatility. And we're in the middle of slow markets. It's like 9 o'clock at night. It's crazy. These opportunities in the futures is amazing. So yeah, that was my thought process through everything. It's exhausting, man, and it can be. And
it can take a lot of mental capital.
Yeah, and so the energy levels are just it's a roller coaster. It's definitely a roller coaster, and you can imagine how it is as you start to scale up, right? If you start thinking about the dollar amounts, how bad that will affect your trading, because then you think about dollar amounts, you second guess, you hesitate, all these little details that add up will make an effect and have an effect on your trading, and so you have to be, I guess, prepared enough to be able to just execute a process during situations like that, because 1 minute of hesitation or a second of hesitation will cost you what, like in this type of market environment,
it can cost you thousands.
It
can cost you quite a bit.
It'll turn a green trade to a red trade. I mean, you've seen how fast these markets are moving. It's insane.
They move very quickly.
Yeah, it is. So come on, chat, get the like button up. You guys gotta at least do that for me.
Thinking about a long here off this value area high, but I want to see this retest go through. See what happens here. This value area high, it's slightly different on my trading view. I have for the New York session. Maybe it's because I'm on the micro product. Yeah, it's because I'm on the micro product on my Topstep X, but on my trading view, the value area high is 4340.4, and that's where we wicked to, and we wicked it again, and we're right down near there. I think it's a low risk long. It's it's 8 points, which is a little bit higher, but if you're using micros, it's $80.
Anyway, man, how are you feeling when you trade at night, Baron? Do you feel any different than when you trade at
Honestly, I've been liking trading the overnight more than New York session. There's a few setups that I look for on gold in the overnight, especially like right at reopen, that happen quite often. So I've been finding consistency with that. I have some people in my Discord that they're doing the same thing, and I have someone, he just hit like 25K in total XFA balance. Just all he does, he looks for the moves at reopen, and he hasn't had a red day in like 3 or 4 weeks.
Okay, man, that's amazing. Just stay consistent. Don't alter from that. That's beautiful, dude. That's absolutely beautiful.
I am gonna try this here. I have a 12-point stop, which is, it's insane to say it. I'm just going to look for this to come back up to VWAP. I like how we're holding up at this value area high. That's at 4340. I could be married to my bias, but I've taken trades like this before, and they've worked out. So you'll see.
I like it. I mean, now that we basically went back down to where we opened, I mean,
Your mic got all weird, Dakota.
oh, can you hear me? Am I good now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was saying.
You were bombing for a second.
Oh, yeah, I like the longs. I don't mind them now that we went back to where we opened. I'm just completely neutral in gold right now. Real quick, I'm just gonna run through. Keep me updated on this gold trade. Oh, I have gold right here. I'm gonna run through some of these hashtag slow markets. We got a few of them, so I gotta filter. I gotta filter some of them out. So let's see if I could get through some hashtag slow markets tonight. Here's one. Edris. Another combine passed in 2 days. I'm 4 combines live now and got 2 payouts in the last 2 days. Wow, nice. Let's go slow markets. Here is another one. Passed the combine. Who said it's slow markets? Not tonight. And only one shot after losing the XFA. Nice work. Nice work. Yeah, that's why I posted. I'm like, is it gonna be slowish markets tonight after the volatility we've seen today? And honestly, gold did not disappoint. Not at all. Man, people are already locking out here. I don't want to show this one because it's like his profile picture is like dude with his shirt off, but you know who you are. It's shorted gold and locked out all day. Wow. 4 XFAs in a half an hour, 1 hour and a half. Great work. Great work.
Looks like this value area high is gonna fail. Oof.
It's going, dude.
Yeah, I'm glad I was in that with 1 micro.
It's going.
It's just going.
It's just going, man. It's just wow. If only I had a runner.
I've taken those trades before where it looks like it's sustaining at the value area high and then it reverses. So that's within.
Maybe we go back down to 4,300. Maybe we see like $100 move in slow markets. Why not?
Yeah, insane. I like all my trades tonight. I'd take them all again.
Okay. I don't mind your trades either, to be honest. I mean, both of them you've been in a really good position.
That first one was rough because I got stopped out by a tick.
The one that you got ticked out, yeah. Ticked out and ticked off.
Yeah.
How about 4,200? When we wake up tomorrow, I have no idea where gold's going to be.
42 is crazy.
Hey, end of day tomorrow, we could be at 4,500 or 4,100 at this point.
Yeah, the volatility is insane.
It's just insane. Yeah. All right, we got another one. Coach, I swear I wasn't copying, but I did take almost the same trade. Almost. Your XFA, great work. This is not financial advice. There's our Topstep risk disclosure in the YouTube chat. It has been updated, so just reread it because I know the YouTube loves to reread risk disclosures. Here's one. Caught Barron's trade.
Oh, the long.
Yeah, and nice FT. Hopefully you caught your own trade. Not just ours.
Hopefully you didn't get ticked out on it.
yeah. Exactly. Like here's someone trading copper tonight. And then pass the combine. Wow. Trading copper and then pass the combine. Did we get to the 600 likes? Bruno, did we get to 600 likes so I could I don't have to actually share that trade. Here's this one. We talk about feet picks. I don't know about this one. I'm going to show it anyway. But chilling, watching baseball and slow markets. The life. I wonder, has anybody fallen asleep while watching slow markets?
I'm sure someone has. They've got the dogs out, though, in that pick. Is it? Nope. Anybody.
Come on,
I'm sure someone has to. Someone has to, because
there has to. But then I don't know if they've lied or not.
Well, okay, think about it. If you have someone who's watching in Europe, what time is it in Europe right now?
They're just getting ready to.
No. It's like 2 or 3 in the morning for them.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking London. Yeah,
because
it's really early in the morning. Yeah, it's really early in the morning.
11 p.m.
It's like 3, 4. Yeah,
it's between like 2 and 4 a.m.
all the time. Someone says all the time. Whatever, man. Hey, if this is like your, what do they call it, ASMR streams, you just put us on and fall asleep to us. 2 a.m. in 2:30 a.m. in London. Oh, then here comes someone. Has anybody here slept through CPI with a trade on? Yeah, I did with 30 minis. Come on, chat.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. So now that this has failed below that value area high, I would see if the POC at 4306 holds from the New York range today.
To the New York range today. Man, and now we are at 600, so now I got to go through this trade. Woo!
Yeah,
all right. Yeah, I'm gonna sleep good tonight.
Big boy size over here.
I'm gonna sleep good tonight.
I'm gonna get to this point. I'm gonna get to this point, Dakota. I'm gonna start duking it out with you.
Same process, man. Same process. Same freaking process it is. So if you missed it, I did have a great trade 3 days in a row, to be honest. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. That's why I did my own hashtag slow markets. That's what this is. Hashtag slow markets. $500,000 this week in trading profits for this and what I'm doing, and same analysis that I'd be doing for slow markets. Same analysis that I do during the day show on TopstepTV. I back to back Tuesday, Wednesday, and today. All 3 days have been 6 figures for me. And I've shared my analysis on air each and every day. I've talked about it. I've set it up. I've even talked through some of these trades before it happened. I set it up the day before. I talked through it, and then it worked out. It was crazy. It's crazy that I still get trolls like, this or this or that. Like, whatever. You do you. Just if you think you could do it better, be quiet and just do it. Just do your own thing. So yeah, $500,000 for this week, and I go through the analysis. This is the same thing. I say DBA concepts. It's kind of a joke just because it's simple. You could find this.
I think I came up with that too.
Anywhere. What's that?
I think I came up with that because we were on stream one time and you were like, I could go. I told you, like, you want to go for the full like guru effect. You should move to Miami, get a Lambo, and
yeah, that's right. I remember that. Well, people saying this is not a demo account. No, this is not a demo account, chat. Why are people saying this is a demo account? I've proven that this is my live account. This is a live account. It's not a demo.
You'll get that comment 5 years from now, Dakota, too.
Hey, that's all right.
It's gonna happen.
Chat, it's not a demo account. You go through my post history, and I've confirmed all of it. But let's go through it here in the markets. Let's go through it in the markets. The analysis I do, the way I view these markets this week, we've seen an extreme amount of volatility, and volatility is opportunity for us as traders. And let's take a look at what we are seeing. I talked about it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and tonight. So, big thing, market changed Friday. We had an announcement of tariffs and an escalation of trade tension between the United States and China. And over the weekend, the president tried to kind of just like, everything's fine, right? And you could see we had that massive sell-off on Friday, and then Sunday we just gapped up and rallied and just act like nothing happened. However, where did we get to? We got to this big level of support, right? I talked about it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what happens? Support becomes resistance. So Monday, sure enough, we popped up there. We had this beautiful reversal right at that level. However, I got in a little early, and held this trade to the following day. And what happened? When I woke up, these markets were down like almost 3%. And man, I thought we were just going to keep going and going. But no. New York session, we opened up. We sold all the way down to these like 24,400s. And we just popped. And I ended up getting out of my position for like 141,000. So that was the very first trade. 141,000 on that trade. The second trade, let me remember this one. It was basically the same setup because I was looking at the same exact thing too. I set this one up. Let's see. This was the morning session. I set it up yesterday. On the same exact setup. So we rallied up and it was the same thing. It really was the same thing that I'm thinking about. It wasn't the same price. It was a little bit higher, obviously. And this was the overnight, or this is throughout the New York session. I just held it throughout the New York session. I didn't close them out down here. There's a little bit of regret where I was like, I can't believe I didn't close it out.
Gold's continuing to sell off, by the way.
All right. We'll switch it to that in just a second. But yeah, I felt pretty bad, Baron, where I placed the trade in the morning, and when I don't look at the trade very often because I know I'm gonna hold this until tomorrow. So I placed the trade and I left my desk. And when I looked and I checked these markets, we sold off just an insane amount. It was just like 450 points. And then I'm like, oh, okay, this is just a win. I don't even have to look at these markets. I'm going to win. And then just in 1 hour, we popped right back up. And then overnight, we were just pumping. And I'm just like, holy cap, this is last night. And then during the New York session, I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to let this trade play out. I have my risk. I know my guidelines. I know the structure. And then, I was trading this account. I took a loss. And then we started to reject. I'm like, okay, I like this trade even more. I added to it. So I'm like, okay, I'm down, 150,000. But then we started selling off. I'm like, I'm going to add to this. And I'm going to target these lows. The same area, same exact area that we were looking for before, and see where this market takes us. And sure enough, we sold off. I think that we could continue to sell off. And those were the two really big trades. It's not a lot of in-depth. Like, there's not a lot of, like, I think traders expect it to be more complicated, Baron.
Sometimes simple is better.
Yeah, and that's why I joke about the DBA concepts, because when I show a screenshot like this, and they're like, oh, how'd you do this? And I go through something like I just did, they're like, oh, that's BS, right? You're lying. You must, that's fake. That's a demo account. And I'm like, why do you expect it to be more complicated than it really is, right? You don't want it to be complicated. You want to be able to just execute and then manage your risk and do it repetitively and consistently to have a positive expectancy. And so it's just execution, consistent, boring thing. So
gold is now at 4,300.
Is it really?
We just had a 5-minute candle that was 36 points, and it's still printing.
Look at that hourly chart.
It's brutal.
Could you imagine if I just held a runner right there?
No.
Could you imagine? Oh my gosh.
You'd be swimming in profits, Dakota.
My next $500,000 trade. Wow, Coach Hoop. What are we witnessing here?
I want to take a stab at this long because it's right at POC, but like it's too volatile.
I mean, I knew we were overextended and we could expect it. Well, I mean, that goes over 1%. Like, we're back to, that was settlement.
Yeah, it's if you're trying to long this, it's tough to long it. I have a wait for structure to form on this because this is bloody.
Wow. Wow. Sit back and just watch. Gold's not done. Gold's not done.
It's not done.
Which direction? I don't know. I mean, it's just not done.
The book is really thin as well. Very thin order book. It was pretty beefy earlier tonight, but now it's super thin.
Wow.
Which means you could just get a snapback when you don't have orders resting like that. You could absolutely see a snapback on this, but it's tough to trade this.
Right there in like 2 minutes, there's $10 straight up.
Yeah, like I'm watching the order book. You know, it's thinned out so much from where we opened at. Like there's resting limits, you know, within 10, 20 points of where we were trading. Now it's nothing. There's not a whole lot there. So if you are trading it, you know, with these volatile conditions, please be careful.
Man, yeah, that's just insane. Just pay attention to your size, understand risks when it comes to this. Just size down is probably the size down, wider stops. Wow.
There's your POC bounce.
That's $25. $26, $27. Look at this.
It's insane.
What is going on?
This is there. We might as well just change the stream name.
Fast Markets 2.0.
Fast Markets. Gold Fast Markets. I mean, even the NASDAQ tonight, it's moving. It's moving. You still have, you know, 150 point range in there.
Wow.
Have you noticed this week it's been grind up higher in the NASDAQ and ES in the overnight and then sell off during New York?
Yeah, that sounds like about this week. I mean that was kind of part of it. That was part of it. You're talking about the NASDAQ?
Yeah. Tuesday and today, or Wednesday, it did that.
Yeah, and that was part of what I was watching, right? Where we just slowly grind up and then just sell off. And then if you noticed, I don't know who follows me on Instagram. I posted something. I posted something every single day. I don't know what it's called, but like where it says like write something.
Threads?
No. Yeah, I'll show you.
Oh, notes.
The notes. Every single night I
Yeah.
posted the same thing. Sell it.
I saw that.
Seen it? You seen it? I'm just like sell it. And as I'm turning orange over here. It was the same.
Even this.
Same setup.
We just
dude,
bounced up. We just bounced up 32 points, and now it looks like we're retracting. Dude, like this is insane.
We're going right back down.
The book is so thin too. Like you've only got. You don't even have 200 orders total sitting on the book. But there's active buyers and sellers coming in. So it's harder to read it.
I've never seen anything like this.
I haven't either.
I honestly have not.
This year has been a lot of crazy price action. We had that what 12% day on the NASDAQ. I was like, I've been trading for 4 years and I thought I saw a lot. Nope. It's just crazy pump, tariff drops, gold with this insane range tonight. Like it is insane this year. If you started trading this year, it's a crazy one.
Someone says, dude, NQ. Oh, man, don't make me look at NQ unless it's gonna live up to this type of hype. Come on.
No, it doesn't. I just checked it to go. It does not live up to.
That's a mood. You just killed my vibe. Let's get back to gold.
It's been moving up. It's been moving up since we started slow markets, but
30 points.
You know.
That's nothing anymore to what we're used to.
It went from 24,775 since we started to 24,833.
You ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet. Wow. You know something else I was looking at? I was watching chat. Now, this might be a little too in depth for a lot. I mean, maybe it's relevant to how you trade. I think some of the regional banks might be starting to crack. You seen some drama on that on socials, on the news?
I personally haven't.
About like, well, I don't know what they call it. I'm sure there's someone in the chat that knows.
Inform me on it, Dakota.
It's
I
like,
know nothing about this.
Okay. Don't quote me on any of this stuff, but my current understanding is just bad loans.
Bad
like,
loans.
yeah. Loans, like, say they gave a house loan or a loan to someone who got caught into this big deportation move that since Trump became president. I don't know any of the details, but the banks were down pretty heavily. Even the regional banks took a huge hit. So I don't know. Chat knows more than I do, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Like, people are getting deported, they had previous outstanding loans. They're not going to pay back those loans.
I don't know how much of that is, but a lot of it sounds like that's part of it. It's like, wow, there are a lot of like immigrations and they get all these loans and now they can't pay them because of that. So I don't know how big of or how narrow it is on the big banks or the regional banks or what it is, but it sounds like they're starting to look into it. And so maybe that's why gold's pumping. Yeah, chat. Maybe the banks are just hedging against it because they're like, we did it again. let's just we know what to do. Buy gold.
Yeah, buy gold till it has a 100-point drop in the overnight session.
Well, someone says I'm starting to sound like a Chicken Little. No, it's not a Chicken Little thing. It's like, hey, we're seeing this crazy market volatility. What's going on? And that was a big headline, right? Regional banks sold off hard today in the U.S. market, the stock market.
You also have a very large consumer debt issue.
Oh, NQ's selling off. Let's see. Don't tease me here, chat.
No, it looks
There it goes.
This is pretty big on NQ.
50 points. 50 points here.
For the overnight, yeah, that's sizable. It's not as crazy as gold, but it's gold selling.
Not yet. Not yet. I kind of just want to sell this too. Sell it all, man.
I mean, it's right at POC. I'd see if this holds up and then look for a retest to get in.
Man, what a move!
Or you could trade it. You could trade it to the short side when it comes back up to if it comes back up to VWAP. You could trade it to the short side.
All right, let's hear the chat. 1 if you're up money. Type 1 in the chat if you're up money. If type 2 if you're just watching this. No, I should have never done that one. Nah, my eyes are too tired to watch that. I'm gonna get a seizure if I pay attention to the chat doing that, man. I didn't expect so many traders. Holy cow. It's just selling off.
NASDAQ?
Yeah, we're going. We're 740s.
I feel like we close the weekly opening gap tomorrow. It's just a feeling, but you never know.
Could have had another 6-figure day, man. No, I didn't. No, I'm happy. I gotta be satisfied. All right. I almost did it.
Don't bite off more than you can chew.
I almost did it. I was like, you know what? I think we could just sell off again tomorrow, Friday. I could put in a pretty big position, but we didn't get a big rally at the end of the day, so I'm like, yeah, I better just not. so, any tweets? Any news? Let's look. Should we take a look?
There's got to be something here.
China Bank injects 164 billion won via 7-day reverse repos. Nothing crazy, right? Nothing crazy tonight. I mean, we have a long government shutdown, right?
Yeah.
That's still weighing. What happened to the market? Well, we're selling off here. Andre in the chat. Andre in the chat. The 10 years at 3.9. Let's take a look. I'm looking at the bonds. It's not a big reaction tonight.
TLT's been moving up for the past, few weeks here.
They're kind of slow and steady. Andre, gold's not done. Gold's not done. We are seeing historical moves in gold. We were up 1.25%, and now we're red.
I think here we build up some structure. It's right at POC. It looks like it's consolidating for a bit. I think we build up some structure. If it returns back to the value area high, that's where that's where I would personally expect sellers to step back in. That's sitting at 43.34. I'd expect sellers to reload up there if they're gonna continue to short this.
Look at the spread on this thing too. Like, let me pull up the DOM. It's almost $1. I seen it at $1 spread at one time, a couple times here. Like, yeah, we are seeing.
I mean, the book's thin. The book's thin, Dakota.
We are seeing daily movements, like daily ATRs that we were seeing last year. We're seeing that every 5 minutes. Like, look at this candle. Like, look at this 5-minute candle. Like, we measure that. That's $43. 1%. I don't look at the percentage. It's relative, right? Because as gold continues to get higher and higher and higher, the percentages can stay the same. Like, what's 1% move? But the tick, like how many ticks are in that 1% move, increased. 436 ticks, right? $43. And, 1% move last year was half that, which is insane. We're seeing that in a 5-minute candlestick. And we're seeing a lot of these 5-minute candlesticks with that type of volatility. This is the conversation we're going to be having tomorrow, Andre. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one as we come to a conclusion.
Where can they see that, Dakota?
What's that?
Where can they see that conversation?
That's what I'm getting to. That's what I'm getting to. So as we come to a conclusion here to slow-ish markets, I can't even say slow, man. This is Fast Markets 2.0. I will be on TopstepTV tomorrow morning. Me, Jack, Braden, Jacob Trade's going to be on there, and Andre in the chat. It's going to be another one for the books. It's going to be crazy. Man, these markets they're moving. They're moving. Any last words, Baron, before we end the historical night tonight for us?
Down with this volatility. It's insane how quickly things can move. I mean, 100-point range on gold. If you catch the top on that, right? Just one micro, it's $1,000. So just be aware of the volatility. There's still good trades to be had, but understand the risk that you're putting on. And yeah,
great. And nice work. Nice trading, man. I know it's this volatility. It's just, that's what can we do, right? You're either with the momentum. It is. But 650 to finish the night. And I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning. If not, the next slow markets will be Sunday night. Take care.
All right. I'll see you, Dakota.
See ya.